49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This will be taken short. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quan Alexander. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
You. Check out, please. 49, check 49. Check 3. Back north. Hey,
working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8, and it sets up a 3rd and 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Number 50. Hey, you find over here. SOS. Shit. Also over here. Shit.
On 3rd down, Miller. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
21. Check. Crunch. And hunt.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Nifty move. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go. 180. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Jam. Hey, gun. 21. Check three.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Coleman, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 52 yards.
First down, Packers. end of the first quarter.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And again, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check, X3, 218, chop. Check 31, check 31. Inside.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
He's checking crowd. Back.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. For 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2nd down, McKinnon. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go. 180! I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. 21. Here we go. 21. Check. 26. Pull it high. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Check. Fresno. What? 11.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
11.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Lock. I got you. White. 2. Topper. Hey, gun. 57. Mike, 57. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He completes it to Bryant. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in his zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
57, 65. You remember me? 1, Omaha. Shoot. Hey, gun. 57's the 11. Defense, no gap. Tight dog. Lock. I got you. Get him. You got him.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 49 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short.
Let's go. No.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53.
Showing it. Get 300. Hey, take 26.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I got it. 50. Joker. 61. Matchbox lights. 52.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Right. Take 30. Hey, Alpha. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. No.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. 58. Number 53. Easy. Check. Lucky. Check.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 37. Flag. Hatch it.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
The 27-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
You draw quarter.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Coleman going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a... This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Kevin King there defensively.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Switch. Hey, gun. 21. Hey, hot.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. He's got daylight. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, 58 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken short.
We got this.
Sixers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
26. Get 300. Get 300.
Now Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander, his 2nd sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Inside. 54. 26.
Snap comes at 1. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 12. Check.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
12. 1, Omaha.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
I got you, Pop. He's checking it in.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Miller. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Green 18. We got to get the ball. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check your hot read. Yeah, this. Snap. Check 52's the mic.
Rodgers on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
22 jet bomber. 11. Hey, go.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Watch the twist.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
21.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Watch safety creeping. Safety. Pilot, 64, weak. 21. Hey, orbit. 24 is the mic. Here it comes. Here it comes. 24 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 24.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why? Why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
57. I got you. Here we go, D. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Not result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's first and 10. Garoppolo again. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Two.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? Throwing now is Garoppolo. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Lamar Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
X3, 218, chop it. Watch the curl. Kill. All right.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Check 24. Watch 24. 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll keep it on the ground. Miller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Let's get off the field. Sponge. No. Rush.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Watch twist.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Hey, you block over here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Rodgers. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. In the end zone, it's a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason.